The C7, one of the best assault rifles in Phantom Forces and arguably one of the best guns in Phantom Forces. They added a couple changes in this thing, and I want to go over them for you, so stay tuned, guys. We'll get right into it. Before we get into the video, guys, I want to remind you that we're live on Twitch if you want to come hang out or have any questions about the video. What's going on, guys? Clinging here today, and yes, the C7 is it got a couple changes. I don't know if I'd call it a nerf or a buff, but there's some pros, there's some cons. There's two things, actually, there's a handful of things that they did. Some helps the gun out a lot and some hurt the gun. Alrighty, guys, before I get into the video, if you're new to the channel, hit that sub button. You know the deal. Leave a like, a comment what you think about the C7. Do you like the C7? Do you not like the C7? I want to know. Leave those comments. Starting off, the biggest thing they mess with is the long barrel. Okay, so if we go into muzzle velocity, you're looking at 2,800 studs. If you add the long barrel, you got 2,940, so you get 140 muzzle velocity by just equipping the long barrel on the C7. Okay, so that's like a faster bullet, helps like pen, all that stuff. Yeah, get a little bit of a boost for that. Okay, but since they added that, you're now looking at, there is no longer a recoil reduction when you're using the long barrel, so the recoil is going to be a little bit increased if you're gonna equip the long barrel, just to balance things out. You get a little bit of muzzle velocity, so you should have, you know, a little bit more recoil, you know. Nice and simple there. Another thing you should be noticing already, the gun sounds different. They push through the gun sounds, and I actually like the C7. It sounds a lot more beefier now, and I think it sounds pretty good. So they changed the sounds on that. Nothing a whole lot there. Obviously it just depends on what people think. It's all personal preference, but I think it sounds okay. I think it makes the gun definitely sound a lot more beefier and a lot cooler, so I'm a-okay with that. The next thing that they added, there is going to be a recoil increase, or there is a recoil increase already. This is in the main game, by the way, so this isn't just test plays. This is full-on main game. They increased the recoil. I believe they upped it by like 0.13. Let me check a second. Let me go on my little sheet a second here and let me check. Yeah, so I am right on that one. They upped the vertical recoil by 0.13. So not that big of a difference, but still, I mean, it's still kind of noticeable. The gun is still super good. I mean, it's just gonna rise a little bit, but you get the red attachments on it. You got full stock. I got the long barrel stubby and reflex. It does fantastic still. You'll barely even notice it. Okay, but they upped the recoil a little bit just so it's not super lasery. It's still super good. Honestly, if we're being honest, you really can't tell the difference, but they did up the vertical recoil a little bit, and that's gonna be something that is I mean, it might be a little bit of a concern for you if you main the gun. You're not gonna be super used to it, but in the long run, I use the C7 a lot. I really can't tell a whole lot, and I like to aim center mass. So here's the thing: if you're shooting center mass and the recoil rises a little bit, you're gonna hit more headshots. It's not that big of a deal, but they did up the recoil. So you pair that with a long barrel, you're gonna get a little bit more recoil than you're used to. Something you can get used to. It's really not that bad. It's more like the M16A3 now. Okay, so you're gonna get a little bit of a recoil change on that. It'll take off a little bit more, but it's still super controllable. The gun is still super solid, and yeah, those are the biggest changes to the gun. The gun still performs very well. As you can see, it's doing fantastic still. The C7 is one of the best guns. If someone comes to me and asks a gun to pre-buy, the C7 is usually one of them. It's probably one of my favorite guns in the game. Okay, one of my favorite red guns. It's super easy to use. you really can't go wrong with it. You can get a lot of kills. It has a fast reload, good damage, good fire rate, good recoil. You know, this is one of the best guns that I can suggest. And yeah, I'm a fan of it, guys. Okay. But yeah, let me know what you think of the changes. Do you think this is gonna hurt the C7? Do you think it's gonna help the C7? What are your thoughts on that? Let me know. I'm interested to hear what you guys have to think. But in my opinion, I think the C7 is still fantastic as it is. Even though they mess with it a little bit, it's really not that bad. You can still do really good. It's a good gun. Okay, nice, easy, simple, perfect gun. Just go run around with and have some fun with. Okay. As you can see with the long barrel as well, you're gonna get a little bit faster of aiming speed compared to the stock ammo. So or the stock barrel, not the stock ammo. What am I talking about? But stock barrel, you get 10.71 ADS speed, and with the long barrel you get 9.6. So you're doing a little bit faster with the long barrel as well. Okay. Walk speed is going to be decreased with the long barrel, but I mean, hey, the long barrel is fantastic. It does really well. You pair that with the full stock. AP on the C7 is really good as well. But yeah, so we're rocking reflex, long barrel, stubber grip, full stock, and AP. Like I said, this is a fantastic setup. This is probably one of my go-to setups, and I can't stress how good this gun is. Even with the little change, I don't know if I'm gonna have the video titled like the C7's getting a nerf or what, because it technically stat-wise is, but it's really not bad in the first place, and it's not like super extreme to where it like kills the gun. Stat wise, it looks like it's getting a little bit of a nerf, but at the same time you get better muzzle velocity. This thing just hits like a truck still. It's such a good gun. Just a little bit of a nerf maybe overall, but hey, if you're used to recoil, you just play a little bit, you'll get used to it. It's super easy, and this gun is one of the best guns you can ever buy and do good with. It's so fantastic, guys. It's like almost too good still. They really didn't mess with it. I heard that this was coming to the main game, and I was like, you know, I don't know how this is gonna act. I don't know what I think about this. Push comes to shove, tried it out today, realized that it was in the main game, and honestly, it's really just the same old. It's not bad at all. I still think it hits like a truck. There's no problem. I'm having no problem using this gun. You can still cross map people. It's just a beefy boy, okay? You can't go wrong with the C7. If you're looking for a gun to buy, I really recommend this gun. You might get trash talkers in game. C7 tryhard, oh my gosh, get good, but you got people running around the BFG, so at the end of the day, what's gonna happen, you know? C7's good. Anyways, guys, that's kind of all I have for you. I figured I'd update you guys on the changes on this gun. I still think it's good. And honestly, even with the little bit of a nerf, it's not bad at all, okay? So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a fantastic day. I'll see you guys later. Love you guys. Take it easy. We have a Twitch and we have a Discord. Link to that will be in the description. Go check them out. But thank you so much for watching. I'll see you later. Peace.